So, hey guys, my name is Stephanie Richardson, and I am so very glad you were on our team call tonight. Tonight, our theme is Rise, and no better time to talk about Rise than the first of the month, right? So, the old is gone, the new is here, and it is time to crush our goals at the end of the year, right? I didn't really mean for that to rhyme, but it kind of all rhymes. But yes, so we are at the end of the year, last 90 days, the last push to attack our 2018 goals. And I'm going to talk a little bit about and share some stories of how that's, about how you can kind of do that, okay? So one quick housekeeping thing. Yes. Okay. Two housekeeping things. One housekeeping thing is if you have a customer in our 2B Mindset group or you have a customer in our Team Lift 4 group, I expect you to post in that group. So if you have a customer in that group, you're responsible for posting in that group and keeping it going. Okay? So if you have a customer in there, that's your responsibility. So just wanted to give you a heads up. Also just wanted to quickly, I kind of said that in the announcements this week. Every week, like on Friday usually or Saturday, I do a message and I mark it as an announcement where I share what is going on for that week. Now what I usually do is if you look at the cover page, I will have dates of things that we have coming up. I will not have those dates for this month until after this weekend, because I just want to kind of see. This weekend I go to leadership, which is for 5-star diamonds and above, and so I don't know what they're going to announce or say or whatever, so I want to keep that kind of a little bit open as far as our trainings are concerned. But I do want you to know that Carl Deichler is going to be doing our team call on October 8th, that's next Monday night. And then next Wednesday night, Chris Downing is going to be doing our doing a call for our team as well. So we'll have 2 calls that week. That's not typical, but we just lucked out to have those people say that they'd be on our call, and it just happened to be on the same week. So we apologize for that. But wanted you to know, usually we just try to have 1 call a week. Unless we have a sneak peek that week or whatever. I would love you guys' feedback on the sneak peek, happy hour, all of that, to see if that's working or if we should move into more a one-on-one or 3-way type situation, either via messenger or on the phone. So I'd love to hear your feedback on what's happening. Are your people signing up if they get on? Are they having a hard time getting on? I'd love to hear your feedback. So definitely shoot me a message and let me know what you guys think, because although we did have a pretty good turnout last week, I want to know kind of the results of that, so, and if it was helpful. So I think we only had like maybe 4 or 5 coaches that actually had people on the call. So it'd be great to know a little bit more about that. I wanted to give a huge shout out to Tess and Shanna for being and they got on the they got invitations to the new leadership conference. For those that don't know, that you have to be a 1-star diamond and have at least 10 elite points in order to go to the new leadership conference, which is super cool. You still have time to get there. And you're like, wait, I'm just an emerald or I'm just a diamond. You absolutely have time to get there. So the deadline date is, I think, Thanksgiving Day. You might want to double check me and make sure that is the date. But I believe it's probably Thanksgiving. So you need to start your 1-star qualification on Thanksgiving Day. Let me count that out. 1, 2. Yes. Thanksgiving Day, you would have to show up as a 1-star diamond qualifying coach, and then you'll have 6 weeks from there that you would have to hold it in order to get an invitation to the new leadership conference. I've heard from people that they didn't have new leadership conference when I was started, but I've heard coaches say that was their hands down favorite event they've ever been to. So I would definitely try to get an invitation to that. But it's a huge deal for Tess and Shanna. Congratulations to you and your team for accomplishing like so much. That's so incredible. So I am So excited. So, okay, so I do that announcement every week. You hopefully, to get kind of good scoop and like the insider scoop, hopefully you are in one of our coach pods. That is on Facebook. It's a thread. There's a coach one. So that means you're just a coach. There's an emerald one, which means you have two to three coaches under you. There is a CZ one, which means cubic zirconia, because you're starting to look like a diamond. And that means you have 4 coaches to however many before you get to diamond. And then there's a diamond pod. So that is a great place to ask questions, to learn a little bit. And sometimes I do special things for the people in that group, but I don't announce on the Rockstars International page. So you definitely want to get plugged into that. In fact, we did a giveaway. If you saw my video on the live video in the team call, you know a little bit about that. So make sure you get plugged into the pod. Another thing we do is the Coach Basics. If you haven't gone through Coach Basics, the link is in the file section. And if you go through the Coach Basics and you finish, then guess what? You get a Rockstar International tank. So you just fill out the Google form and you'll get a Rockstar International tank. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on for the Rockstars International. I know there's other teams on here. So ask your Star Diamond upline what you guys have going on. But I just wanted to give that real quick. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let's talk Shift Shop. How many of you guys are excited about Shift Shop? Okay, ish. Yay. I see some yay, some, it's hard. I did it today. I forgot how hard it was. Oh, Lordy. Oh, my gosh. So anyway, Lift 4, if you're already doing Lift 4, that's great if you're in the middle of it. But if you are not, Shift Shop is a great program to get started with. It is a 3-week program. The first week starts off with 25-minute workouts. Second week is 35. Third week is 45. It's 6 days a week, and it alternates. It's like a cardio, then weights, then cardio, then weights, then cardio, then weights. Okay, so you do each workout 3 times a week. And so it's a great program. Chris is incredibly motivating. There's a modifier on there. He does do the container system with no grains if you want to do that program, or you can do 2B Mindset if you'd like to. Just kind of listen to your body because it's a more intense program. So make sure you listen to that. So the workouts are 25 the first week, 35 the second week, 45 the third week. Okay. And there are those little spot things on the floor, Kristen. I just did them out too. You don't necessarily have to have those, but I've had people use just paper, but the paper slides around, and so it's a lot easier to have the little markers. Plus, you can write fun things on them, and that's really cool. So, so customers and coaches that purchase the either the completion pack or the challenge pack by October 7th, that is next Sunday, I guess, they will get a free workout, like a special live workout only for them on October 13th. Okay, so that's a really huge incentive to go ahead and get yours ordered, have your customers get theirs ordered on October 13th. You'll have to check out the FAQs for all the details, but today I was looking at the what's already there. So they've already changed the calendar. So the original calendar, for those that have done it before, was the 25, 35, 45, like I just explained. But what he's adding, he added these quick start workouts, and then he also added, he is adding like this progress, I can't remember the term of it, but it's like these progress workouts. So that prep week will look a little bit different. So it'll actually be 4 weeks, because you'll have 1 week of the prep week and then 3 weeks of the actual thing. So prep week will start October 22nd, and then you'll have 4 weeks from there, which is cool because that'll take you right up to Thanksgiving. Your people right up to Thanksgiving looking mighty fine for Thanksgiving. So that is great. So what can you do between now and then? If you're already in Lift 4, great. if you want to sprinkle in, like if there's a Lift 4 day, like a rest day that you want to do a Lift 4 workout, you know, one of the cardio workouts, or if you want to change one of the cardio workouts of Lift 4 for Shift Shop to kind of give people a preview in your Instagram stories and stuff like that, I would definitely suggest that if you're already in Lift 4. If you're not in Lift 4, I would absolutely suggest you to start like Shift Shop tomorrow, or at least sprinkle them in with whatever your workout is, just to add a little curiosity. Because people, you know, we haven't heard from that program in a long time, and it's a boot camp program. It has Chris Downing in it, who is super motivational. He has had horrible things in his life happen, and he has totally changed his life around. And so he's just a great inspirational person. And a lot of people that do boot camps that don't want to go out in the freezing cold or the blazing hot, but they like boot camp style workouts, this program is amazing for them. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. So it is October, and so October historically for our team has been Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I met a lady years ago on Instagram who has an organization called Compassion That Compels. Compassion That Compels gives these awesome goodie bags to women who are going through cancer treatment. So there's like a warm blanket in there. There are mints. There's a travel mug. There are tea bags. There is a journal. There's a notebook. There's Chick-fil-A gift cards. There's just everything that you would need if you were going through cancer treatment. It's like a little bag, not everything we need, but just like really thought out things that a woman would need if they're going through breast cancer or some kind of treatment. So our goal, last year we gave $2,000 to Compassion That Compels. I would love for us to give more than that this year. But last year we had 256 people hit Success Club. And my goal is that we have more than 256 hit Success Club. This past August this year, we had 369 hit Success Club. So again, I would love for us to blow that 369 out of the park, and I will be giving $5 per person who hits Success Club for Compassion That Compels. Okay? So, you can use that as an incentive. It's like, you're contributing to us, giving money to Compassion That Compels, or, something like that. If you want to match it and you want to also give, give $5 of your commission to Compassion That Compels or some organization that you really love for, breast cancer or something like that, you're welcome to do that as well. It's just a great month to be aware of that. And so, especially since we work with a lot of women, and a lot of our women have been touched by breast cancer and affected by that. So that's something that we've been doing for this. Will be I think our 4th year to do that. And so I'm really excited about working with Compassion That Compels. Okay, so really cool thing. Okay, more announcements. Super Saturday. Sorry, I'm gonna rapid fire y'all. Okay. Super Saturday is, we talked about those first 2 things. The 8th is Carl Deichler. The 10th is Chris Downing, but the 20th or 21st, depending on where you live, is Super Saturday or Super Sunday. So you'll definitely want to be there, because I have a feeling there's going to be some crazy announcements. So you'll definitely want to be at Super Saturday. They also have a Make Your Mark promo, which is just basically the more Success Club points, the more prizes you get. And, you kind of make your mark like you're, kind of stepping and going further and further. And with those Make Your Mark, you can check out the FAQ for that. And then last is, not last, but A Little More Obsessed. How many of you guys are excited about A Little More Obsessed? So A Little More Obsessed is Autumn did harder workouts. How can they be harder? Holy cow. But she did a set of harder workouts for those who are on Home Direct. They will get these special workouts. So if your customer is on Home Direct, they have access to A Little Obsessed. Check out the FAQ to find out more. But that's really a great incentive for our customers to stay on Home Direct and to thank them for being on Home Direct. Okay, next. Travel Summit Cash. How many of you guys are going to Summit? Yay! You already have your tickets. Wouldn't it be awesome to have $200 travel cash to go to Summit? If you hit Success Club in October, November, and December, you will get $200 travel cash for Summit. Y'all, this is huge. How awesome is this? So you guys need to go check out the FAQs for more details, but that is so cool. And on, I think it was October 20th, or there was a flash sale for the actual ticket of Summit, and it's $145 for a Summit ticket. So those that don't know, are like, what is Summit? So Summit is our yearly kind of convention, and it's a great place. It is so amazing. And I was telling someone the other day, like, I know people who have, I just definitely believe that it's directly related, your business success, with you going to Summit. There's so many reasons, because you learn training and all that kind of stuff, but I also feel like people that don't go to Summit kind of have a harder time picking up the pace if they haven't, whether they feel left out or they feel like I don't know what it is, but those that go to Summit tend to have a stronger business going forward. And so I definitely suggest you guys to go. Our team does really fun things. We have a blast. We learn so much. It's just a great team bonding time as well. And so anyway, so check out that $200 travel cash, and I believe it's paid after you go to Summit. So if you don't go to Summit, you don't get the travel cash. All right, so there's two things that I want to share with you guys tonight. One is super quick training on social media. I keep hearing over and over again when I'm on like different training calls, and I'm on like this 9-star and above call, and they have special guests on these calls, you know, the people that are, you know, up and comers, or people who are, you know, in the top 50 of, you know, elite points, or I don't know, just these people that are really rocking their business. And so there's some, as I'm listening to people, you know, they say, oh, Jeff always says success leaves clues, you know, like hearing that what they're saying, I'm like, okay, I've heard that again. Okay, I'm hearing that again. I'm hearing that again. I mean, it's like the same thing over and over again, right? And so I was on a call on last Thursday with a girl who was diamond at Summit and then is now 7-star qualifying. Okay, so I'm like, holy cow. So there was a couple tips I wanted to share with you guys quickly about what she said. One thing is smile. I know this sounds so stupid, but in all her posts, in all her social media, in her Instagram, like her stories or whatever, she is always smiling. Now, that doesn't mean that life is easy for her, or she actually had a DNC recently. She lost a baby. So life is not easy, but she always has a positive outlook on life, and that is what attracts people to her. The other thing, suggestion she said, is that it takes time to build relationships with people on Instagram stories. She said people are just now joining her that have been following her for 2 years. So you know, a lot of times we're like, well, I just started doing my Instagram every day and, you know, and nothing's happening. Well, it takes a lot of time, okay? It could even take 2 years, 5 years, but it's you showing up every day. A lot of people are like, well, what do I post? If you're doing the 4 vital behaviors, you have that at least to post every day. You have being a product of a product. You have inviting, so you have an invite post in your stories. You have personal development. Share what you're learning in your personal development. And then recognize your challengers, recognize your team members, recognize, you know, different things that have happened because you've been a Beachbody coach. There's 4 things every day minimum that you have to share through the 4 vital behaviors. The next thing is she says that your story is everything. And I keep hearing this over and over again, is that your before and after, or your story, is what will sell people to do what you do, who have people attracted to do what you do. It's just the way it is. So, you know, it's so very important for people to for you to have a story. So if you didn't, that's why I posted in the pods and I shared a little bit on our team page that if you don't have a before and after, like you have 3 weeks to get one, right? So if you don't have a before and after and you're wondering why your business isn't growing, like that could be it, okay? And I believe that's it. If you bring on someone onto your team, instead of being like, okay, I'm going to teach you Instagram or I'm going to teach you the Coach Basics or whatever, you need to say, what program are you going to do? And get them in that program, get them results quickly, make sure that they have those results quickly so that they're successful, okay? And I think that's why, and we probably, I mean, 80-Day Obsession definitely has helped, but some of these shorter programs like Shift Shop, you have results a little bit quicker. So if you brought on coaches in the last month, I would definitely have them on I hate to say quick fix, but just a little bit quicker results program. 80 days was so intensive as far as like time you spent and, meal prep and all that. I think people had a harder time, getting those results and sticking with it. So your story is everything. And then the last part of that is start with your warm market. A lot of times people are like, well, I'm going to go to my cold market. I'm going to make friends on Instagram. I'm going to, whatever. Well, your warm market are your friends. They're people who want you to succeed. They want you to, they want to join you. And so invite them, ask them to join you. That is so, so important to ask them to join you while you are building your cold market and bridging that gap with your people that are cold market. Those are people that you don't necessarily know. While you're bridging that gap to make them be your warm market, go ahead and start with inviting your warm market while you're developing your relationships in your cold market, okay? So that is, those are just things that I keep hearing and I just wanted to share with you guys because I just keep hearing them over and over and over and over again. And so I'm like, there must be a reason, right? I keep hearing them over and over again. So how many of you are going to start smiling more? Yay, smile, yay. Okay, if I see your story and you're not smiling, you're in trouble. Y'all all have such cute, fun smiles anyway. So, if you're just like sad and depressed or just, and some people just have resting face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just have that resting face that is not so pleasant, right? So you are going to have to work a little harder, if you have that face that just resting looks not as happy, right? So anyway, so y'all work on that. Okay, last, and I can't find it right here. I have it somewhere, but I can't find it. So I'm talking to you guys about rising up. So 9 years ago, this month, I went to our first kind of leadership retreat we had with Beachbody. It was called the Game Plan event. And I had been in a kind of a test group for what was called the Game Plan. It was basically finding 2 new people and making friends with 2 new people and inviting 2 people a day is basically what it was, like way back in the day. And so I learned this whole process and I started doing it and was, we went to I got invited to this leadership event, and when I got there, everyone had these little Hawaii keychains, like the kind that you would get like at a souvenir shop that are like plastic and just kind of cheesy little, like things. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Well, one of the guys that was there was from Hawaii, and I guess it's customary for them to give gifts or something like that. So he gave everyone a gift, and I was like, oh, that's fun. Well, as the weekend went on, I was like, oh, Hawaii is where the Top Coach trip is. And Top Coach that year was done a little bit different. It was based on Shakeology sales. And so I was kind of like at this meeting and I was really pumped up and I was really excited. And it was kind of like a Super Saturday on steroids. And I was learning all these things. And I remember at the end of the retreat, sitting at the beach, it was horrible. They put us up at the Ritz-Carlton, Laguna Beach. It was really, really sad, having to be at the Ritz-Carlton. We've never been back there, but it was one of those just ridiculous. So we're sitting at the beach, sitting there, and I was with 2 friends, and we were sitting there, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go for Top Coach. And they're like, all right, well, you can try, you know? And so I was like, I think I'm going to go. I just, you know, I was so pumped up. You know, you leave events and you're just like pumped up and you're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you leave and you're like, okay, I'm going to do that. So I go home, I have this plan of how I'm going to sell a lot of Shakeology and, you know, and I'm inviting people. So I decide to have this really, and I put that key ring, that Hawaii key ring, cheesy key ring on my key ring. And as a reminder of like, I want to go on this Hawaii trip. So I decide to go and sell Shakeology at the local little gym. And I love like the Shakeology and my magic bullet and the almond milk and the like peanut butter, all that crap. And I take it up to the 24-hour fitness, and I go at 5:30 in the morning and I'm serving up tasters of Shakeology. And I'm so embarrassed because these are like my peers, people that I know, and I'm like, they probably think I'm so weird. Like, I'm just like selling Shakeology to people, just making friends, you know, getting contact information and stuff like that. So the next morning, I said I could do it for 2 mornings. So the next morning I get up, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired. I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to go up there again. I don't want to ask people if they want to try Shakeology, only them to look at me like I'm weird, you know, and I'm just like so uncomfortable. And so I sit in my car and I'm like, I kind of reach to put on the ignition and I have this moment where I'm like, I'm not going to go. I'm just not going to go. Like, no one's going to know if I don't go, right? I'm just not going to go. And I look down in my keys and there's that stupid Hawaii keychain reminding me of my goals. And I was like, dang it. I set that goal to go to Hawaii and earn that trip. I have to do my best. I have to try. So I turned the ignition. I drove myself to that, you know, place. I met some people. I sold some Shakeology that day. I met a girl that ended up later on being a leader on my team for a time. And it just was like this, you know, like I needed to be there. I was supposed to be there, but it was really, really hard. It was early. It was uncomfortable. It was all those things. And I ended up winning that trip. And I ended up going to Kauai. And I was staying at the Princeville Kauai. If you've ever looked that up, you can look it up. It's like the most incredible place. Like one of those crazy experiences. But I didn't give up, and I always had that reminder with me. And so I want you guys to challenge you to have something with you, some kind of reminder that is with you the next 90 days, where you can, on those days where you just have the I don't want us, because you're going to have the I don't want us, you're going to have the hard, you're going to have all those things that happen. You have that little reminder with you that's like, hey, I can do this. I can do this. I set this goal. I'm going to make it happen. And so I hope you guys will do that. And let me tell you, I was thinking about this tonight. Get that diamond keychain, Kristen. I was thinking about this last night when this kind of makes me cry. Like, I was the least qualified person on that trip. Like, I made the least amount of any coach on that trip. I was the least ranking of anyone on that trip. Like, I didn't have, for all those reasons, like I shouldn't have been on that trip. But I was there. And I was there among all these people that were with Beachbody that had done huge things, and all were making more money than me, and all had more accolades than me. And here was me, you know, like little me, Stephanie, you know. And but I got to learn from those people, and things that I learned on that trip, you know, really continue to compound my business. So I get it when you feel like you don't have, I get it when you don't feel like you have the skills. I get it when you have the I don't want to. I get it when you are scared to speak those goals out of your mouth. I get it when people think you're crazy when you speak those words out of your mouth. I get it when you are scared and fearful and all of those things. I am there. I have been there, and I totally get it. But I hope that you guys will find a keychain or something that you can carry with you over the next 90 days Etsy has some cute ones, real cheap ones, or cute ones. And I just hope that you guys will make it happen and rise up during the time where you really don't want to. Okay? Rise up during the next 90 days when you don't want to. And have that reminder. Find an accountability buddy. And anyway, we're going to crush these next 90 days. I'm so excited. And I'm off to the 2B Mindset call, and it's going to be great. And again, if you have people in our Lift 4 groups or 2B Mindset groups, please contribute to those groups so that they can be great. Again, Shift Shop, it's going to be awesome. And continue. Next week, I will probably debrief you guys sometime next week, or maybe the following week. I'll debrief you everything I learned from leadership. And y'all have a great week. Bye, guys.